Hey everyone, I am so excited to be coming out and sharing with you the start 2018 off with a plan. So I am Arlena Gafford, our Avon Dream Big Team Gold Leader, and tonight I really wanted to come out and share with you how to plan for your business and I give you some different things to really think about. So I know for myself, 11 years ago, I did not think about some of these, and I really wanted to just come out and share with you different topics and areas that you can look forward to and can plan. And you might just be new and not thinking about all of it because you're not sure. And I know that's where I was 11 years ago. So I put together this 2018 Start Off with a Plan webinar so you can see what you might want to do and what an Avon business can do for you. So have you ever felt like this? You just want to pull your hair out and you feel overwhelmed, you're stressed, you don't know what to do, or have you even thought of doing this just out of order? You just want to step back, don't ask me nothing, whether it's just your kids, your spouse, your business. And I really wanted to let you know no more. So no more stressing in your Avon business when you have a plan. So when we have a plan, you're going to feel less stress. It's not to say that you will never be stressed, but you won't be as stressed as much. So whether you are new or you are revamping your business or you're simply just now wanting to really jump in both feet and work on sales and our leadership titles, so you can really learn how to plan your business without getting stressed over what you need to achieve. So I am here to help you lay out a plan on how to reach your goals with your Avon business. So let's talk about how to grow and achieve your sales goals, how to grow and achieve your leadership goal, how to grow your business the way that you want it to be, how to grow your business from a top seller, top recruiter, and top leadership rep. So I have been in this in 11 years and not where the top of the top, but in my area, I have been in the top and currently moving more forward because all of us is working together as a team. So I really want to share with you on how you can move to being a top seller, a top recruiter, a top leadership rep. So you can pick one of those areas or you can pick all three if you want to. So first we want to know our goals. So what is your goal? Do you have one goal or do you have more than one goal? So in order to start your 2018 off great, you need to know what your goals are. So are you working on a sales goal? Are you working on a leadership goal? Are you working on growing online and having that online presence? Are you working on multiple goals? So really take a moment and think about that. Even pause this video and really think about, okay, what am I working on? And if you're not sure, just keep watching because I'm going to go through some of this for you. So what do you need to do to achieve them? So after you have your goal or goals, what do you need to do in order to get there? So you want to break it down into quarterly, into monthly, into campaign, weekly. You want to be intentional of what your goals are so you can plan your activities accordingly. So let's think about that. Now we have a sales goal. So I'm going to show you. This is our 2017 Miss Albie. So as you can see, and I earned her earlier of last year, but I forgot to order her because that's a new thing that Avon is letting us do. So this is Miss Albie for 2017. And what I have pictured here for you is Miss Albie 2018. And you earn her or 400 points when you reach President's Club. So sales goals, go for a sales title, earn more as you move in sales. And what this will do for you, you will earn more as you move up in the sales level. So you really want to look at what you can do for this. and how you can move up in each level of the sales. So you might have one goal of President's Club or Honor Society, and whoops, it's misspelled wrong, Rose Circle and McConnell Club, and I really broke this down for you. So President's Club is $10,000 in yearly sales. That's an average of $385 every campaign. Honor Society is $20,000 total with an average of $770. Rose Circle is $35,000 with an average of $1,347 in sales. McConnell Club is $65,000 with an average of $2,500. President's Council is $110,000 with an average of $4,231. And when you reach President's Council or Inner Circle, which is $220,000 with an average of $8,462 a campaign, you actually earn a trip. So when you reach President's Council in Inner Circle, you earn a trip with Avon, and we're going to talk about that in just a second as well. But each level has their benefits. And I wanted to cover not every single thing on here, but you can definitely pause this when you go back and you watch it, but you can pause and really read this. Or when you log into youravon.com, click on the Rewards and Recognition tab and just start really studying that page. And they're going to update it because we don't know where the new trip is going to be. But President's Club, you get 40% earnings guaranteed and 25% on fixed earnings. So any like clothes and shoes and handbags, anything that has that icon next to the name, that's our fixed earnings. But then everything else is 40% earnings. So the watches, the Aspira line, the makeup, so a lot of products that we use over and over, we get a bigger discount and we also earn more. So I'm very excited about that as well. So next, whoops, let me see if okay. So Honor Society has privileges as well. So you get to order more demos, and this is cumulative. So when you reach Honor Society, you get all of the benefits in President's Club plus Honor Society privileges. So you order 5 demos instead of 1 or 3, and you get more recognition, and you also get where you can bring a guest to the PC luncheon. So it's called President's Recognition Program. So very, very cool. And I know we're going to be going, Tracy and I, somewhere this year. We don't know all the details for the luncheon yet, but it's always a beautiful event for us to go. And then we have Rose Circle. So instead of 40%, you're going to now start earning 45%. And you get more President's points to go shopping with and more demos that you can purchase ahead of time. David H. McConnell, again, more points. And this really keeps going up. And the cool thing about this that we just heard last night, or well, Tuesday night on the Gold Leader call, that they're coming out with additions to the President's Club and the other levels. So hopefully, fingers crossed that they're going to share that in just a couple weeks with all of us so we can really see, because what they shared with us is that all of us will want to achieve President's Club or higher. So there's going to be a benefit. I hope there's a bonus to it that's just out of this world for us. So I'm very excited and can't wait to see what they're going to add to this, because we do get a lot of benefits for being in President's Club or higher. So really think about what level you want for your sales, and that's where you want to break it apart and see what you need to do to get there. So, like I said, they do give a free trip. So when you are President's Council or Inner Circle with your sales, or in leadership, and you can do both, but in leadership, if you're a bronze executive leader or higher, so bronze executive and platinum, then this year they actually earn the trip to go to Walt Disney World. So anybody who achieved one of those levels in 2017 can now, this year, will go on this beautiful trip. So this year has not been announced yet. Very, very cool. I can't wait to see where it's going to be and for us to work on it. And then you also have a chance when you achieve more than one level to bring a guest. So I think that's just very cool. They let you kind of turn it into a family get together. So anyway, so Walt Disney World, I thought that was a cute picture. So I wanted to show y'all what Avon has. So you can look up like Lisa Wilbur and Timothy Brown and Molly, and you can see some of their pictures from previous trips that they've taken. So now how do we achieve our sales goals? So we are now thinking about what we want to achieve, but how do you achieve it? So being brand new or just a few months in, sometimes we don't know what to do and when to do it. And I really wanted to lay out more detail so you can actually learn how to achieve your sales goals. So when we're looking at this, you can set, and I really highly suggest you do this, set 1 to 2 hours every campaign to plan your next campaign. So right now we are in campaign 2, so you want to plan campaign 4. So what do you want to do in campaign 4? And since we are in campaign 2 and you haven't really sat down and done this just yet, or if you have, you don't have to, but go ahead and plan campaign 3 and campaign 4 because this is going to really help you think about what you want to have that campaign look like. So when you're sitting down planning, you're going to update your customer list. You always want to add your new people to this list. You want to think about how many customers' orders you are shooting for. So do you need 5 customers? Do you want 25 customers? Do you want $2,000 in sales? Really think about how many customers' orders you need for that. Are you or Avon holding any specials right now? So you can advertise. We've got that A box or beautiful bag set purchase with purchase offers. So purchase $40 in the brochure, and then they can purchase the set for $10. So really advertise that because that's going to actually up your sales and up your earnings. Or you can do a special that you would like to give to your customers, and we'll talk about that in a second. Next, you want to get your Avon books out. So another huge benefit when you are working on a sales goal is getting those books out. So how are you going to do that? Are you going to use Campaign Mailer? I just sent out my Campaign Mailer for Campaign 4 brochures yesterday. That is one of my, I guess you could say, New Year's resolution for my business is to always mail my brochures, so my customers never have to worry about that. And so I have a goal of working on my online business. So on those brochures, it's strictly telling them to shop online, and it gives them the dates. And it also, of course, lets them know about leadership, and we'll get into that in a minute. So really think about how you're going to pass out those brochures. Most of the time for my whole Avon career, I've played with Campaign Mailer off and on, but have not been consistent with it. But I've always had 1 or 2 days that I went out and passed out all of my brochures to my customers. And so I would leave it on their door or their mailbox if they gave me permission to do that. So if you're not using Campaign Mailer to mail your brochures, then set up a day or days to deliver to your customers. That way they always have the new book. Next, you want to ask for help. I cannot stress this enough either. This is one of the things that I really wish that someone had shared with me years ago, where I could have really stepped away and worked in a different way. And I just learned this about 4 years ago. So it's been a work in progress, but you really want to ask for help. You want to have an assistant or more than one if you're growing a big business, and you want to have helpers. So assistants can help you with tasks that you don't need to do but are needed. So they can go in from your customer list and go, okay, Susie needs a brochure, Brenda needs a brochure, Tracy, Tammy, Kathy needs a brochure. And they can go in and do Campaign Mailer for you and have it ready to go. So all you have to do is go in and pay for the brochures to be mailed. Or if you're going to deliver to your customers, then they can go ahead and label your brochures and have them ready to go. So all you have to do is put them in the cart and go deliver. So really think about tasks that are still needed. We still need to bag our orders, but we don't have to sit there and do that. We can delegate a couple of those tasks. So really look at how you can adopt an assistant. And my assistant, sometimes I give her cash and sometimes she gets Avon products for free. So you can really think about how you want to work with your assistant. Now, helpers are another great aspect to our business. I know Tracy can say yes to that. So helpers gather extra orders while they earn free Avon or get a discount on their product. And then you can also have a couple Avon helpers where they earn a little bit of the money if that's what you choose. So you can really pick what you would like to offer your helpers and then advertise that, or you can discuss it with her kind of what she's needing. So again, my assistant, she can take orders. She can order stuff for her kids. I know she did Christmas shopping. That's what she used her pay for this just, last month. So really think about how you can really work that into your business and what you can offer them. So helpers, again, great aspect to your business. And the number of books you are ordering. So this is another one that I really stress. Y'all know I've been sharing Take the 100 Brochure Challenge. So you want to do that whether you're doing campaign mailer and letting them mail your brochures or you are passing out the brochures in person. You really want to think about how many brochures you're going to order and give out. And even though I have campaign mailers started, and that's my goal this year is to always mail those brochures, I am still going to order about 50 brochures, maybe 100, because I still will go out and prospect for new people. So always think about how that can help you too. So you always still want to order those brochures for the face-to-face customers, but then you can really use campaign mailer to mail. Follow up, another big step. Never forget this. So as you are giving your customers those new brochures, you really want to follow up 2 days before. And those 2 steps, if you don't do anything else but pass out the brochures and then call them for their order, that will make the biggest difference in your sales. I know when I was going through some personal stuff and I didn't get all the brochures out and I didn't call for the orders, I've seen a difference in my orders than compared to when I was passing out the brochures and I was calling them for their order. So you really want to look at how getting those books in those customers' hands and what works best for you, and then following up with those customers to get those orders. And even if they order online, you still want to follow up because they need to know, well, when does the order go in? So, or when does the book end on your online store? So really share that with your customers. And then Avon fundraisers, you really want to hold fundraisers with groups, organizations, individuals. You really want to think about how you can do this to help others achieve whatever goal they're working on by holding an Avon fundraiser. And so I say go for one a month, and that will dramatically increase your sales. I know the school that always holds a fundraiser with me, one year they did over $4,000. One year they only did about $1,000. A couple of times they did over 1,000 or 2,000. So really think about how that can have a huge impact on your business when you are holding those Avon fundraisers and helping others achieve what they want to achieve. Now, Avon specials that work. So this is some of the specials that I've done for my customers in the past. They absolutely love these specials, so I know they work. Free jewelry with a $50 order. Who does not like free jewelry? They get to pick. Most of the time, I never say, okay, you have to, you're only going to get this necklace. You're only going to get this bracelet. So usually what I try to do is always give them a couple of pages in the brochure, or just simply let them know anything that's $10 or less they can get free with their $50 order. And so, of course, it's coming a little bit out of my profit, but what I started noticing when I started consistently offering that, more and more people actually took advantage of it. And I even had some customers who would order more than enough to get the free piece of jewelry and didn't realize I was doing the special. And so when I shared with them, oh, well, what piece of jewelry would you like? They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. So they were very excited about that. So really think about what you can offer as a freebie with a order. And so you don't have to do that every time, but that's one of the ways that I really grew my sales about 3 years ago. The other thing that I did offer, so not everybody can spend $50, and I understand that. So I would either offer them a free hand cream or even $5 off of their order. So a little bit different for the customers who couldn't spend as much. And so this is really great to do when, say, in campaign, and I don't know if this is true, but say in campaign 2, the hand creams are on sale for $2.49. But in campaign 3, they're not on sale. They're regular $6 or $5. And so what you can do in campaign 3, offer a free hand cream, and they're going to think, oh, well, I'm getting a $6 hand cream for free, when really you can order in the previous book and get a little bit less plus at your cost, but they're looking at, oh, well, she's giving me something that's $6. So really think about how you can do that with some of the items that you can really share and give as a freebie for them ordering with you. So that's definitely what I think set me apart a few years ago when I was really trying to build that customer base and have those sales where they consistently came in so I could consistently pay my bills. The other thing that my customers love is free goodie bags. So I know y'all have heard me say free goodie bags. Seen posts on Facebook and different things that I've done. And I usually do this with any size order. I just say free goodie bag with an order. Then depending on the size of their order will depend on the size of their goodie bag. Because again, not everybody can spend. I know years ago I could spend $50, $60. But if you had asked me while I was going through the divorce, well, I can't spend that much. So you really want to reward your customers for ordering with you and really think about your budget too. So it goes hand in hand. So really think about what you can do for your customers compared to what someone else can do. So I have been in for 11 years, and if you're brand new, maybe you don't have the funds or even the customer base to really go all out and do more. So really think about that as well. So creating goodie bags, just a few ideas. Samples with a lip balm makes the little bag look a little bit more full. So they don't realize that, you know, what you're doing, but you're offering them samples of products that maybe they haven't tried yet. And then a lip balm with a $15 order, or a hand cream and samples with a $25 order, or who doesn't love bracelets? Watch for what campaign 1 is for our top sellers. So bracelets and samples for a $40 order, or another Avon product that you might have on hand. So I know some of us have stock. So you can do different little goodie bags for your customers. And then this next one, the customers, used to do this about this time every year because I knew sales were always a little bit lower right after Christmas. And so how can I get my customers to keep ordering with me, even though they've already spent all their money? But all of us know we're still at the stores buying shampoo and makeup and skincare and whatever else that we need. So how can I get those customers to think about me after those holidays? So coupon booklet, I always put 3 to 5 coupons aside, and I am going to put this up on our team page. It'll be at naturallybeautifultips.com. So definitely check that out. Give me till about Saturday to have all of it uploaded. But I will put the coupon booklet on different things that I've done with my customers. I have the files. Fingers crossed, I know I've got them at least in email. And that's what I say, give me a couple days. But I will share those coupon booklets. And really all it is I would print out the coupons and then just staple them together like a little booklet. So one of those kind of like homemade things, but the customers absolutely loved having those coupons. And of course, that was for in-person orders only. Then buy one a new product and get 20% off any makeup product, so you're cross-selling. So of course, if they're getting a new product, they're wanting their skin to look beautiful, so maybe they want a foundation or a lipstick, and you can do any percent off that you want, 10%, 5%, so it doesn't have to be 20%, but you can really think about getting them thinking about other categories when they're buying out of one. Maybe they haven't bought a new, so this would make them Oh, well, maybe if I buy a skincare item, I can get a makeup item for 20% off. So it really gets their mind thinking because I know for us, are we not thinking when we are in the store? So you really want to get your customers doing the same thing with you in Avon. Buy any watch, you get a free hand cream. So, of course, and I'll have to show you, I do have a watch from Avon. I absolutely love a lot of their watches. So, of course, we would want our hands to look nice too. So, that's just something else that you can offer for them purchasing a watch. And you can say certain watches in there as well. 10% off or other coupons that Avon has for us at our online store. Check out the specials. If you are not registered as a customer at your online store, you definitely want to go register because then you're going to see those emails start popping up in your email box. So if something is in there, free shipping or a free gift with an order, and here's the coupon code, then you can take your phone and all those customers, even the ones who buy from you in person, you want to send that special out to them. Maybe they're not on your email list just yet, and that's another way that you can get them. So really share with them the coupons that you have at your online store. And then, as always, more sales ideas at naturallybeautifultips.com, and I'll put some of these up there. And then I've got other tips about Presence Club that I just put on there, and it's coming out in a couple days too. So this, I do not want it to scare you, but I know I really wish, because I do like planning and I like knowing what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. So I thought it'd be fun to put together kind of a little bit of an example of an Avon Rep calendar. So I didn't put every task that we have on here, but I mixed it a little bit leadership and a little bit sales, and we'll talk about the leadership in a minute. So one, up in the left-hand corner underneath Sunday, I did put our campaign flex schedule dates. So if you are in flex, those are your dates to order. And then if you are, say, a RPS 4, I want to think Lisa is RPS 7. I know we talked about that the other day. I might be wrong. But if you are, then, of course, there's RPS 7 on today, so January 4th. So this calendar is a little bit set up like my calendar is. So my Avon Campaign 2, even though I'm in Flex, I kept my regular order day. So I have customers sending orders tonight, but I kept my regular order day, which was RPS 7. So they still know when my order is due. So yesterday and the day before, I've been sending out messages and sending out last reminders this morning. So that's what January 4th is. And then every day, 5 days a week, you really want to prospect for new people. Whether you do it online, through text, through email, in person, you really want to prospect 5 new people. So I'm going to go through this just a little bit, and I'm only going to do the first 2 weeks because it just repeats. So when you see January 1st, estimated DD pay means estimated direct deposit for your direct delivery orders. And then prospect 5 people. January 2nd, close out campaign 1. That is very important for leadership reps if you are wanting to grow a team. Close out campaign 1 is going to help you look at your numbers and plan. And again, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Campaign 4, campaign mailers. So again, this is based on me having like a RPS 7 schedule, and campaign mailer has a schedule for all of us as well based on your RPS. And so whatever your RPS is, you're going to make sure your brochure order is in by that date with them. So Tuesday was campaign 4 for me. Again, prospect 5 new people. I want to follow up with all of my customers and then plan campaign 4 and or 5 for sales and leadership. Then on the 3rd, leaders get paid. So our leadership checks or deposit, or whether it's on the card or direct deposit, however you have it set up. Again, you want to prospect with 5 new people and follow up with all of your customers. And then Avon Campaign 2 orders due on the 4th. And then our bonus checks. So our let's see, our qualified recruiting bonuses, mentoring bonuses, promotion bonuses, any of those that we achieved, then we see those on Friday. So that's really important when you're getting paid from your leadership business. And then, of course, every week you want to plan what's your weekly goal to hit for quarterly and yearly. So what are those bigger goals, and how are you going to break it down into daily and weekly and campaign goals? So when you're looking at this, my orders come back on a Tuesday. So January 9th at some time, most of the time it's at nighttime, UPS will show up and drop off my orders. But I don't worry about my orders anymore. Again, my assistant comes over and bags my orders and label my books on Wednesday. So that's what I have there. And then all of my customers know my orders are due on Thursday. So one Thursday, I take the orders and put them in. The next Thursday, I'm out delivering. And so this is just a repeat, and you really can start playing with this and mapping out what you have for your business and how you want it to run. So if you're going to put your order in on Monday or it's due on a Wednesday, you really want to think about that. And then a couple of things will always be the same for everyone, like leaders pay and leader bonuses and closeout. But you can really plan this accordingly to your schedule, and even the prospecting you can do on different days too. So now leadership goals, we are going to go through this, but I really want you to think about all the different levels and what you want to achieve with your business. So as an Avon representative, you can really think about, do I want a leadership title along with my sales title, or do I want to only work on one or the other? So promoter is just one Avon rep placing an order in your first generation. So you are an Avon representative right now, and when you have one person added to your team, you're going to become a promoter. And a star promoter is when 2 reps is ordering on your team. And bronze ambassador is where 3 reps along with $1,000 in sales. And then we all have what our average order needs to be. So you can definitely look at that. And as you move on up, so all of the ambassador levels have 3, 6, 9 for your reps ordering, and then 1, 2, and 4 for your total team sales. But once you hit bronze leader and up, it's kind of the same for your reps ordering and your average order size. So 10 reps ordering, your minimum order is $200. It can be $2,000, it can be $5,000, it can be $1,000, but minimum order is $200. And then you really want to look at your total team sales. So when you're thinking about total sales, that is your sales plus your team sales. And this is really cool because I know different leaders at different levels, and we are a gold leader team working on bronze executive leader. So in the chat box, if you can you type in a leader title or sales title that you're going for? What are you looking to accomplish this year? And it's okay if you only have one, or if you're not sure. And I think that's when one of these days I'll figure out a little bit more how to get some of this to work more. Let's see if I can clear. Okay, so Tracy raised hand. Let's see what that means. Tracy, can you hear me? Nope. Okay. Okay, so Kathy wants, so Kathy, are you wanting bronze leader or bronze ambassador or bronze executive leader this year? So there's a lot. There's a lot to really think about with the business. And this is more of the sales, the titles for leadership too. So this is our 2018 compensation plan. In a couple of weeks, we will know the campaign that it goes into effect. So I'm very excited because you can move all the way to bronze leader and not have anybody in leadership on your team for you to get there. So y'all can be just a skyrocketing selling team with your team and yourself and move all the way to bronze leader and not need someone else's title. So that's really beneficial too when you're thinking about those fundraisers and how you can grow. Um, oh, yay. So Tracy found the chat and she can hear. And Kathy wants bronze leader. So yay. So Kathy, what you would look at on this chart is going to be the green section, and it's going to be the first line. So what you would earn, so not really paying attention to the first two sections of the representative earnings, but your performances, so $200 in personal sales with 10 reps or more placing orders on your team, and then together your sales plus your team sales, $8,000 in sales. And what you're going to earn in bonuses is your qualified new recruiting bonuses, your sponsoring bonus, and your promotion bonus. So you're really going to see a lot of bonuses coming as you are moving up the ladder to bronze leader. And Tracy says bronze leader, then silver, and then gold. And yes, yes, yes. So I'm so excited. We've got a plan and we're working more and more. So Kathy, we definitely need to get together and work on your plan too on what to do. Or you could just share with me what you're doing. So of course, this is your business, but this is really huge because they are adding different things. So as a star promoter, you get an extra 3% in the new comp plan. As one of the leaders, so doesn't matter which section, just one of the leaders, you earn on a new 4th generation, which is very, very powerful for a lot of leaders. And then executive leaders, there's even more 4th and 5th gen. So a lot of more earnings opportunities for us. And I'm really excited to see where we move into this year as a team and see where your business goes as well. So that's what I'm really excited about. All right, so now you might be thinking, well, what about like how do you achieve your leadership goal? So I know it, you're thinking about, okay, well, I know I need to bring people on. What do I do when I have people on my team? So again, this is very important. Vicki, a very sweet lady, was our district manager a few years ago, and that is one of the things that she shared with us was, or really shared with me, I know, asked me if I was planning my leadership business. I knew I wanted to reach higher levels, but was I really sitting down once a campaign and really looking at my numbers and looking at where I want to go? So for closeout, that's what's very important. So closeout day, you get to see all of your final numbers, who promoted, who is at risk, how many people are on your team. Is your team selling at a good average size order? Are you recruiting yourself? Is your team recruiting? So a lot of aspects that can go into that planning session that you have with yourself. So definitely plan a couple hours every campaign, and I suggest doing it on closeout if you can, or within the next couple of days of closeout. So whatever your schedule lets you do. So then you want to set a goal of how many prospects you need in 1 week to reach your goal of new reps on your team every campaign and every week. So maybe you need to talk to 10 people to get one person in. So really think about, okay, well, how many people do I need to speak with if I want to add 5 people onto my team? Then how will you help your team learn this business so they can grow and achieve their goals? So, of course, it's not all about me, but how can you help them learn what they want to know? And again, excuse me, but how can you help them learn to achieve their goals? So this is one of the big things and one of the biggest reasons why I did this planning session tonight, because I know not all of us know everything that this business has to offer or kind of what direction we want to take, or maybe we just simply need to hear it for the 5th time or the 20th time. I know sometimes that happened to me. And then I finally go, okay, that clicked and I understand and I want to do this. So I really wanted to come out and share this planning session with y'all. So that's a way that I'm trying to let y'all learn how this business can grow to achieve your goals. So really think about that with your team too. What can you do? Then you want to know how to recruit and prospect. Are you going to do it online, in person, or both? So again, we work all different ways, and we have many, many ways that we can really grow this business. So really think about how you're going to do this, and you want to be intentional. Then again, follow up with prospects. So if they did not sign up the day that you reached out to them, you want to reach back out with them and sign them up, answer questions, or offer them a third-party tool. And a third-party tool can be like our opportunity video that I have on our YouTube channel. You'll have to message me for the link because I did not put that just massive wide for everyone to see, because I want it to be something that you can use as a third-party tool. Or maybe a recruiting booklet from Avon that you can use, or a recruiting flyer that you have. So you really want to reach out and give them something, sharing with them what the Avon opportunity can be for them. So you're not doing all of the talking and they can watch something or they can read something. Then you can also, again, going back to this assistant, ask your assistant to help you reach more people and do some of the work in your leadership business so you can work one-on-one more with your leaders and your top sellers. Offer team recognition. This is another thing that I know y'all love, and I've got recognition packets that went out this week. So maybe start small if your business is not as big. Start with top 1 in sales, or top 5 in sales, top 3 in online sales. You can even come up with different recognition that you want to do for your team. So it doesn't necessarily have to be what I currently do for all of you, but you can pick something that you want to do with them as well. A special gift for consistently placing an order is huge. And then recognition for reaching a new sales level, a new leadership title. So you really want to, give them that pat on that back and proud out loud moment for moving up and working on their goals and achieving them. And then I ask again, I know a couple of you have already shared, but what is your leadership goal, the ultimate goal this year? So I know Tracy and I have been talking and sharing a lot, and her ultimate goal is gold leader for this year. So we really want to think about how we're going to break that down into quarterly goals, monthly goals, campaign goals, weekly goals, so daily goals. What do we need to do in order for Tracy to reach her goal? So really think about that with your business as well. All right, so Avon Recruiting That Works. This is also things that really work. It's worked for me in my business, so I wanted to share some of this with all of you. So a rule of thumb for in-person prospecting: for every 10 people you offer the Avon opportunity to, 1 will join. And I really learned that to be true when we were really doing a lot of tables and events and prospecting at stores and having those prospecting events. Which I'm really excited to start those again. So we're going to definitely chat, and I'll put up a poll on our team page to ask a few questions, and we're going to have prizes. So even though we are not all close together like we used to be, the team used to be all in like this area, we're not like that anymore, but we can do different things that is worldwide, stateswide. So we can be in different states, and we can really be working this business and come back on Facebook and share. So I'm excited to be coming out and sharing some of that with y'all soon. And then you want to offer more people the Avon opportunities, and you will find people who will join. So the more you offer it, the more people will join. And then ask, who do you know who is open to earning extra cash on the side of what they are currently doing? So they don't have to do this full-time. They can do it part-time. But who is open to earning extra cash that they know? You never know. So you really don't want to judge anyone. You want to be completely open and ask them that question. Trike Kit. So Tracy knows about Trike Kit. So all of y'all know about Trike Kits. You can say yes in the chat box, or no. I do have Trike Kit information on our Naturally Beautiful page. So Kathy knows what a Trike Kit is. So a Trike Kit is something that you offer to someone who maybe doesn't have the money to start just yet, or maybe they simply need to wait till payday to get started, but they want to go ahead and start selling. Yay, so Tammy knows too. So this is something that you can really use, and I do have a try kit video on my YouTube channel, but you can really share this with them so they can go ahead and start using this. And I really love try kits at events because it gave them a chance to start selling until we can meet and sign up. But now we have online, so maybe until they could get back home and sign up, or they go ahead and have a few brochures to start selling while they're waiting on their kit to come in. So there's a lot of different reasons why you can use try kits. So definitely check that out and start offering that to everyone. And I know Laura is having great success. She's probably at work right now, but Laura has actually been giving out try kits over the last few weeks, and she's been getting new appointments because they're going ahead and selling until they get paid. So another benefit for her business. Give a couple extra books to your customers. This is another big thing. So I've really been recruiting a lot of my customers over this past year and a half. So when I gave extra books to my customers, I am also offering them the Avon opportunity. And when they bring orders back to me, I'll let them know that they can earn 40% and 20% on those orders. And so when you share with them how much they can make on those orders that they just brought you, sometimes they'll actually sign up right then and put those orders in on their account. So don't always look at it as maybe losing sales, but you're gaining a business partner to help you grow even more with her business or his business and your business. Always put a label, stamp, or write it on your brochures, your flyers, anything that you pass out. You really want to have your information about selling Avon, joining Avon, becoming an Avon rep, because this is actually how I signed up. So I did not meet the Avon lady. She gave my mom a couple books, and it said to buy, sell, or fundraise. And I thought, oh, well, I never thought about selling Avon. So weird. I've been hearing that from a couple ladies, how, we used to buy Avon all the time, but we didn't sign up and sell Avon when we were grown. So just no one asked us. And so when we finally jumped in and saw that we could sign up, look at where we are today. So really think about that. You never know who will sign up that you don't know, just like I did. And then this is, of course, you always want to ask 10 times more people than you want on your team. So if you're wanting 100, you really want to just talk to 1,000 people. I know you might be thinking, 1,000 people? Do I really know 1,000 people? Where can I find 1,000 people? But as you're out and about doing your errands and talking with your customers and just sharing with different people throughout your week, you're going to see that you actually speak with a lot of people. So you're going to touch 1,000 people in no time, and you're not even going to realize it, and you're going to have 100 people on your team. All right, so any questions so far? Y'all can put it in the chat box. We've still got a little bit. Okay, so going back to our calendar, so close out on January 2nd. You really want to know that because you get to see your final numbers for what your team did. You get to see your earnings, your bonuses. So closeout is very important for that aspect. You also get to see what your leaders have done, which is a lot of fun too. So when they reach their team sales goals, we get so excited, and we can do recognition and just send them a congratulations text or Facebook message. So you really want to look at what you can do in your team. So closeout for January 2nd is very important. And you can really start this the minute you have one person on your team. You can start looking at different things. And so as your team grows, you're going to be able to grow some of those activities that you'll look at and do. Leaders pay is important, and then leadership bonuses are important. So you really want to know when. And then you also want to know when an RPS schedule is. So if you sign someone up in RPS 4, you want to know that her order is due on January 1st and January 15th and January 29th. You want to know that because when they're new, they don't realize when their orders are due all the time. So you can always send out a reminder text or a reminder call or a reminder email to let them know when their order is due. So that's why I put the RPSs up here, to give you an idea. And when your new representative joins, you actually can see what they are. Are they in flex like most of us are, or do they have an RPS schedule that they need to follow? So really think about that. And again, as you are working on this, I'm going to help you learn it too. So don't get too overwhelmed. Just really know, just start paying attention to some of these things. And as you're growing a leadership team, it's all going to make sense. I know that when Karen was sharing a lot of things with us for years, some things just didn't make sense. But as the team grew and I started learning more and more, I went, oh, that's what she meant. So that's one thing that I'm talking about, how you have to hear it maybe 10 times to actually get it. Some of that is where that comes from. So next thing is our systems. Systems to help you work your business. So you want to keep calm and automate all things possible. So MassText is something that I was sharing with y'all. So definitely find an app that you can use or use MassText. So I know there's a lot of apps out there for this. Constant Contact is an email service that you can send out emails. So I believe our 2018 Miss Albie email went out already. So maybe today or yesterday. So if you've been noticing some of those emails come out and it's a little bit different, it's coming from Constant Contact that I've created to really help us, one, stay on schedule on what we want, but then we can also have it automated, and I can send out cool little emails with a bunch of different things inside of it compared to a normal email. So what do y'all think about that? Have y'all been paying attention to Constant Contact emails? It still says Arlena Gafford, our Naturally Beautiful e-rep. So definitely let me know what you think about that too. And then Avon emails, of course, they have those. So they're always sending us Avon emails every Monday, keep us up to date, and then same thing with our customers online. You can also send them emails through your e-store, or you can let Avon do that for you. Buffer for social media. So how many of you have been noticing at different times there's different posts that just consistently pop up on our team page, but I'm not necessarily there doing that post. Now I know sometimes I put up like 3 or 4 things, but sometimes it's Buffer doing that to help me get some things across and post it that I want to share with all of you, but maybe I'm off doing something else. Like today, I had Buffer set up while I was busy with my daughter, and we finished paying for that wedding dress and making sure everything was good with it. So she was happy. So that's one thing that you can do. You can have Buffer set up for your different social media accounts to share different things, whether it's funny, business, whatever, so you can be busy doing other things. YouTube also has a schedule, so you can upload videos and have it scheduled to be posted on different days. So maybe, Saturday you have a few hours to do like 3 or 4 videos, and you don't need it all day, but you can really schedule and upload a bunch of videos and then have them go out periodically over the next couple weeks. So you're not having to do a video every day. So you can really, again, plan that out in your business. A blogging schedule does the same thing. So I use WordPress.org with, I think it's called Bluehost. I might have that wrong, but I think it's Bluehost on there. So I can actually create my blogs ahead of time and then have them scheduled when I want them to go out. And so you can do the same thing. So whatever blog service that you use might have something similar to that. because I would think that a lot of them do. And then again, the assistant or assistants, your helpers to help you gather orders so you could be doing other things like I'm doing right now. Your online store, again, you want to have Avon have that checked so they can send out those automated emails for your customers. And then your planner or online calendar. So whether you use an actual planner or you have your phone and you have the online. So I know I have Google Calendar on my phone for a few things, but then I also have my book planner for other things. So really think about, which way that you want to plan your business with your online calendar or your in-person or both. So I think Lisa and I was talking about that the other day, how everybody went all online, and then now some people are going back to the book, and then they might go all online again in a couple of years. But what can you really do? And you really want to do what works best for you. So I really want to share some about online growth, and this is one area that I am still learning in. And so work online is very doable with your Avon business, with the online store, with the campaign mailer. All of us are online somehow, some way every day. So how can you grow your business online than in person? So really think about those in-person activities that you do on a daily basis or you have done. But if you're really wanting to switch your gears and move some of that online, how can you do that? So here are a few tips that I know gets action and gets traffic. So Facebook Live, so you can share knowledge on how to grow as a person, how to grow a healthy lifestyle. Whatever your interest is, you can do that. How to grow a business, you don't have to mention Avon. And this is going to help your audience grow and people to pay attention to that video. And so you really want to keep it 3 to 5 minutes, because not everyone wants to watch a whole long video on Facebook, but they will watch a 3 to 5 minute video. How many of us scroll through the videos when it pops up and we'll watch a bunch of them? So you really want to think about that. You want to provide value to them so they'll want to watch your videos and keep watching them. Then you can also do product live. So I know we have this Sphere line. This is something that you could get up every morning and you do the shake either for morning or lunch. You could go live and showcase what you're putting together for the recipes. So I know I shared and asked Tracy today, would she share the recipes that she's doing with the Sphere protein shakes, because that's something that I do not have any knowledge in. I'm completely clueless, but I want to learn. So I don't think I will ever be like an expert in it, but I can learn from her on what to do and how to make different shakes and find what works for me and what I like. And so you can do the same thing for your customers. And one thing that I want to do for myself is document the Sphere challenge. So I'm starting that tomorrow. I'm still learning all of it as well. So I really want to dive in and start that 30-day system, and I'm going to document it, and I'm going to go live a few times to share a few different things about it, why I'm doing it. And it's not so much for one reason or the other. I just simply want to see how it works and how I feel going through it. So my body, I know I don't eat as healthy as I need to, so it's going to go a little bit in shock on that. But so we'll see what it does. And so I'm excited to see, because I'm hearing a lot of great reviews with it too. So that's another reason. So you can, again, do product videos. You can do about the bracelets or skincare. You can really do a lot of different things. You want to show the benefit instead of the cost, because that's going to draw more people to you as well. So blogging, again, is something else that you know I do. So as you are blogging, you can, if you're not sure what to blog about, whatever you did your Facebook Live video, you can turn into a blog, and this is where you can really go more in depth with it. You can even share on your Facebook video, like the recipe. You can say, grab my recipe at naturallybeautifultips.com and click on this Sphere link. And so then I can have on the Sphere link recipes that then people, after they see my video, and they can go to my blog to grab that. So you're really looking at how you can go more in depth without going too much on that Facebook video. And then you can also download your Facebook Lives and upload them to YouTube as well. And then you can do separate videos. That's a little bit longer for YouTube. So that's another aspect. And then the benefit of YouTube compared to Facebook Live, when you have those Facebook Lives that you really enjoy and they're very valuable for people to watch, you can always share that later on. So I know some of you have seen some of our Facebook team live videos turn into a YouTube video, and that's how I do it. I download it and then upload it into YouTube. And then I turn some of those into blogs or some of the ideas or topics that I'm talking about into a blog as well. So I definitely say let's learn more about this area together, because this is definitely something that I am still learning about. And I believe my computer is just going to die. So I'm going to pause the recording and go get my cord. All right. So maybe that's not too, there we go. Okay. So next we want to track our performance. So you really want to start looking at, and this is a great time to do it, you can pull all of your sales and whatever you did in campaign 1 of last year now. And you can pull from campaign 1 to 26. And I believe on the gold card, under the rewards and recognition tab, you can pull all of your sales. So you really want to pull all of that. And then if you're in leadership, then you definitely can go to Vibe and pull all of your sales numbers there too. So this is great to track your performance. So you want to have an accountability, a partner, because they're going to help you stay on track. So partner with someone in the team page. Partner with another Avon rep. I have a couple Avon reps that are friends of mine, and we talk about our goals, and we share what we're working on and where we want to be. And so we're holding each other accountable on that. And then you can also track, and it's going to let you know what is working and maybe what's not working. It helps you feel good to see where you're going and how you are growing as a person as well. And then tracking keeps you focused. So when you are tracking, say, your sales, okay, well, you know you need to continuously grow your customers in order to grow your sales. Or maybe you need to grow your sales techniques to grow their average order size. So it's going to help you stay focused on what you want to grow in. And with that said, I want to share with y'all different people's tracking that they have done. So this is Emily's, and as you can see, she's tracked from 2012 to 2017, even though 17 on this paper does not have anything on here. Let me see if I can move our video. Let's see. Whoops. Okay. So it does not really show a whole lot there. It just shows 692. But she went, because she started really sitting down and tracking her numbers more. And when she got serious about it, you can see when she started really shooting up in her numbers. So total reps went from 38 to 692. Her annual earnings went from a little over 1,500 to over 41,000. Her titles went from Silver Ambassador to Gold Leader. Her unit sales went from 200,000 to 1.2 million, so huge. She even does more comparisons with hers. So her team doubled in size. Her team jumped in $23,000 in sales. Her checks even doubled. So that's really huge. So as you're looking at your growth, what's growing, what's working. And then we do have the new bonuses. So she's even tracking that. So her qualifying recruiting bonuses, her sponsoring, her promotion, her mentor. So just with $400 in bonuses, that's additional $900 that she has coming in there. So love Emily. Y'all know I've been sharing a lot of things from her and really have been studying her over the last couple of years. And then Lisa Wilbur is someone who I heard about almost when I joined Avon 11 years ago. So she does these cute little skits, little posts on Facebook to share with you her check. So I know it's kind of hush hush and they didn't want her to really share, but I really think these are cute. So she said this was a 2-hour delay for school because of the cold. And so she goes on to say she's counting 18,969.77 grains of sand on a hot beach somewhere. But what she's really saying to us is she earned 18,000 this past week. So on her payday yesterday was 18,000, almost $19,000 that was deposited into her account. So really look for her post because for me, it gives me motivation and no, it can be possible. It is doable. So I love seeing her little pictures like this. So have y'all seen these? I've been trying to share them in the team page too. This is some more numbers for her. So she does have a team over 3,500 reps. She is top 5 earner in the U.S. with annual sales of $9 million. She is listed as one of the 50 most influential people in direct sales 3 years in a row now. And it just keeps going. And her earnings was $20,000 June 22nd. So again, 20 grand, that is $40,000 a month that she's earning with her Avon business. And she is a platinum executive leader. She has really tracked over the years. So she started in 93. So 1993, she started the leadership business when Avon, after they rolled it out a year, and she started playing with it some and really dived in. And you can see her sales, her leadership earnings, how went up and dipped a little bit and whoop, it went way up. So her total cumulative earnings, because she says she's going to do this business on the leadership side, and she's, well, I'll go to the top and then I'll decide if it's worth it or not. So I would think by now she definitely knows it's worth it because her cumulative earnings are $5.2 million. So that is just amazing when we're looking at that. In 2016, she earned almost $450,000 with her leadership business. So huge. That is powerful. So when you're looking at this, she started just like all of us with one person as her customer, one person as her team member. Then she got a few more customers and a few more team members. Then she got one leader, and then she got a couple more leaders. And it just grew and grew and grew because she knew she wanted it to grow. So you really want to look at your business and think about that as well and start tracking it. Milagros Garcia shared a few years ago, and I kept this because this was huge for me as well. She earned $95,000 with her Avon business. So love her. She's in Florida. Then I thought it would be really, really cool to see what our team has done over the last couple of years. I've been trying to keep up with some of our numbers. I have not done this the whole time I've been in with Avon. Wonder if they can pull our numbers, but I thought it'd be really cool to see what we have done in the past and where we are going. So in 2015, we sold over 200,000. And then I really got serious in 2016, and I knew I wanted us to really grow, and I had goals that I wanted to reach. And so we jumped up and increased to over 300,000. And then this past year, we're working on more training, and we grew even 20,000 more. And I believe these are correct numbers. For this past year is the only one that sometimes Avon will hold a couple numbers because they want us to be surprised at PC Luncheon. So Tracy knows how that is. Sometimes we don't know where we fall in different recognition boards until we get to the luncheon. But I believe this is where we ended for 2017 at $349,000 in sales. So I'm excited for all of us. And then this year, our goal is $700,000 in Avon unit sales, because our next slide is going to show you this is how we've grown in total reps. So I did have one campaign that I could pull from on how many reps we had in 2014. So we had around 60, I think it's 68. Then we moved to almost 100 Avon representatives in 2015. Then we jumped up to a little over 150 in 2016. And then we did hit 200 Avon reps in 2017. So now our goal is definitely 1,000 Avon reps in 2018. So remember I said those accountability partners? We decided this year we want to just have massive growth in our business, and both of us have a few leaders on our team who is ready for massive growth in their business. So we really sat there and thought and chatted with, okay, well, if they're wanting this and we really want to be at this level and this is what we need to get to that level, then what do we need on our team? So this is what we came up with. So this is for our numbers. My goal personally is 1,000 Avon reps on our Dream Big team. So I'm going to be pushing it just as hard as all of you are. So really think about that. So I know Kathy says she really wants bronze leader. It's huge for your business because you're going to earn more, and I'll be there every step of the way to help you. So thought that was really cool to share with all of you on what that is. And then that is it on our webinar. So let's take off. Let's see, let's stop share. And I'm going to stop the recording so y'all can ask questions.